What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. How you doing? What's going on? Now, I know today is March 22nd and it is Wednesday. However, this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for this entire week. Now, the weekly vendor reset was yesterday. However, I was out and about with the family, had a birthday and all that. So now that we are well rested, here we go, not only with a weekly vendor video, but later today we will be doing a Cassie Mendoza video as well. So we're going to start off in Washington, D.C. We'll finish up in New York City. We're going to do the weekly vendors right now, and then we'll do Cassie Mendoza in the next video. So I hope you enjoy. But with all that said and done, sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But without further ado, here are your weekly vendor resets. Starting off with the base of ops. And right out the gate, this is a really good pickup. I would even say this is a must-buy. The Force Multiplier. This is the named Hana-U backpack that a lot of people, if not, a overwhelming majority of people use this in their skill builds. Now, the reason being is the Force Multiplier comes with that perfect talent, perfect combined arms. Now, just by shooting one bullet, shooting an enemy with one bullet will increase your total skill damage by 30% for 3 seconds. Now, as long as you keep shooting the target, this will keep refreshing and refreshing. So it's 3 seconds after that last shot fired. So say you have a assault rifle or, like an SMG or even an LMG with really fast reload, and you have it under that 3 seconds, you could reload your weapon and still shoot without losing this buff. This is perfect for those drone turret builds. It's perfect for sticky bomb builds, explosive builds, anything like that, because all you have to do is shoot the enemy once, hit them with your skill, and then it's, bye-bye. Now, what makes this one a must-buy in my book is because it comes with both skill damage and skill haste, and that's what you want with this Hana-U piece. Now, if you look at the brand set bonuses, you get skill haste from using one piece and skill damage if you use two. So for a lot of those skill builds out there, they will do 3 Empress, 1 Wyvern, and then 2 Hana-U. Or hold on, 3? Yeah, there you go. So that's like pretty much the most common skill build setup is the 3 Empress, 1 1 Wyvern, and 2 Hana-U. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's a great combination. What I would do is pick this one up, use the other piece of Hana-U for, like, say, your gloves, use the Wyvern wear for maybe your knee pads, and then do Empress for your mask, chest piece, and holster. You're good to go. It's the perfect skill build. Anyways, moving on. Black Market T821. Now, this one has max armor damage, which is, it's strong. Killer, which is also good on an SMG. However, it's an SMG that has a 550 RPM. No matter how many ways you slice that one up, it's still really bad. Even with a high base damage, the RPM is just so slow. It's not even useless. It's useless. Next up, we have the Cetar. Now, this one comes with optimal range and sadist. Ugh. And then a PX4 Storm Type F with crit chance and strained. Now, looking at the gear items, we have a 511 backpack with leadership, hazard protection, and status effects, and then a Providence defense chest piece with protected reload, headshot, and repair skills. Now, looking at these mods, we have headshot damage 7.3, drone damage 4.2, turret health 7.8, and sticky bomb duration of 6.4. Now, must-buys, things to look at from the base of ops vendor. The Force Multiplier backpack is a great one to pick up. And that's it. All right. Now let's move on to the next 2 vendors. Now we're going to have the Countdown vendor and the Clan vendor. And then that's going to be it for here at the base of ops. Now, just a reminder, the Countdown vendor and Clan vendor, They are both in Washington, D.C. and New York City. So I'm going to knock them out here now so I don't have to while I'm in New York. But without further ado, here is your countdown vendor. Okay. So the three named items we have from the countdown vendor, we have the Maniac. This is the named AK with perfect overflowing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a PvP exclusive. I'm pretty sure that's a PvP exclusive item. Yeah, yeah. So, I don't know. My problem with this, and I'm sure you might agree with me, is the perfect overflowing. Now, having a named AKM, it might sound good on paper. You're like, oh hell yeah, man, let's go, you know. But the perfect overflowing, that's where it kind of kills me. I've personally have never used the weapon just because of the talent. I just think it's useless. It's every 2 reloads from empty will increase your base magazine capacity by 100%, which is good. I mean, you'll have a lot of ammo, but then again, I mean, you're missing out on so much. And then it comes with optimal range. So if you had to pick this one up, I would have to recommend that you re-roll the optimal range off for either damage targets at a cover, damage to armor, something like that. Now the next one we have the Anarchist Cookbook, and it's actually a pretty good one. Now this Anarchist Cookbook is the named Golden Gear backpack with Perfectly Wicked, which is perfect because if you use one piece of Golden Gear, it comes with status effects. Now what's even better on this one is it comes with armor regen, so going back to those brand set bonuses, if you have 2 pieces of Golden Gear, you get 1% armor regen, so that's great for this. You could also use that with the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece, which also gives you armor regen, and you have headshot damage, which you could use with an assault rifle. Have an assault rifle with Sadist, use that with the headshot and armor regen, put it on with your Ridgeway's Pride and Perfectly Wicked, bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. But what I would do personally, don't tell everyone, I'd probably still use Technician and Flatline. With the Ridgeway's Pride and Perfectly Wicked, you'd hit a lot harder. Anyways, moving on. And then we have the new Reliable. This is the named RPK LMG with health damage and perfectly optimized. Now, if you need to pick this one up, I would re-roll that health damage off for armor damage, because a majority of your enemies are going to have, armor opposed to just health. And their health is so weak, anyways, you don't really need the health damage to go through it any quicker. You would, more likely want that armor damage to go up against those bigger enemies because they're more of a bullet sponge than just health. Anyways, that is it for your countdown vendor. Now, out of those 3 items, I would say the only one I would recommend is the Anarchist Cookbook. So check it out. And if I am a betting man, I would say that Cassie Mendoza is probably selling it as well. She does every week. Anyways, here we go. Clan vendor, shout out to the DoD. We're on all platforms. Hit me up on Discord if you want to be a part of the PlayStation or PC DoD, and hit me up on Xbox if you want to be a part of the Xbox DoD. But here we go. Clan vendor. All right, starting with the Ekham's Long Stick. This is the named marksman rifle with Perfect Ranger. Now remember, Perfect Ranger amplifies your weapon damage. Now this one has near max headshot. The marksman rifle is okay. It's kind of low. But what I would do is I would re-roll the reload speed off, and then put on there probably damage to armor, damage targets out of cover. I mean, you know the deal by now. They're the top 2 attributes you want on a weapon is damage to armor or damage targets out of cover. I mean, let's be real. I choose damage targets out of cover because they're out of cover more than they're not, and it covers both enemies with armor and without armor. Now, obviously, armor damage, it only applies to things with armor. So there's that problem. But if you could get both, I mean, LMGs are pretty BA. Anyways, our gear set items. We have a Future Initiative chess piece. Now, this one comes with crit chance, which is really kind of cool. So here's the thing about Future Initiative. This chess piece, if you are new or returning to the game, right? Starting with year 4, last May, When they started year 4, they decided to add Foundry Bulwark and Future Initiative raid exclusives into the general loot. And this is one of those raid exclusives. Now remember, Future Initiative chest piece and backpack, Foundry Bulwark chest piece and backpack are now in the general loot. I know that there are still many people that don't know about this because they kind of just forgot about it whenever they found out it was a raid exclusive. I completely understand. However, if you are returning to the game or even new to the game, just note that this chess piece is really, really strong for those healer builds out there that want to help their team. Now, look at this talent here underneath this attribute. It's called Tactical Superiority. Now, this will actually increase your damage bonus you're going to give to everyone on your team, including yourself, from 15% to 25%. Now, that's due to the 4-piece, right? So it says with the 4-piece, 15 to 25, there we go. It says increases you and your allies' total weapon damage and skill damage by 25% when at full armor. So that's going to be a good one. Now, what's even cooler is this one comes with crit chance, so you could switch this one up and make it a damage healer build, which, I might show you in the future. We'll see. But what that means is you could switch off the skill tier for like an armor core, weapon core, whatever. Use this more like a run and gun type of build. But remember, when you're at full health, everyone, including yourself, gets that bonus damage. So you're good to go, right? I mean, that could be cool, like a tactical healer. Anyways, next up we have the Hot Shot chest piece. Now this one comes with weapon damage or and headshot damage. My bad. Now the cool thing about the Hot Shot chest piece is that it gives you that 100% bonus armor instead of the 50%. So what I was doing back in the PTS with the Hot Shot is I was running around with the relic with like, I don't know, like 1.7, 1.8 million armor. And I was just spamming headshots, just running guns, spamming headshots because the bonus armor, that 100% bonus armor, is really, really strong, especially in PvE. I mean, it is crazy. You're just running around, do, 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 do. And then the next enemy, do, 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 do. And with the Hot Shot, you get the bonus armor, you get the magazine refill, and you get the extra damage. I mean, it's pretty much a no-brainer. But this one's good because it comes with headshot damage, and it's the chest piece that gives you more armor. So this is a good pickup as well. So both of these named items are good pickups. Or both of these gear set items are good pickups. And then we have the Tip of the Spear gloves. I mean, I'm not a Tip of the Spear user, so if you are, try to convince me to use a Tip of the Spear build in the comments below. If it's like a build idea or if maybe it's, whatever, just let me know. Like, is it like a Tip of the Spear like sniper, shotgun? Is it the Tip of the Spear LMG build? How do you run it? I remember before Hot Shot came out, a lot of people were using Tip of the Spear for their snipers. But obviously, Hot Shot's out, and that's the new, best thing out there. So, I don't know. Let me know. And then let's move on to our high-end items. So we have a military RPK with headshot damage and unhinged. The unhinged part for the RPK is pretty strong. What I would probably do is I would probably re-roll the headshot damage off for damage to armor just because you're more likely to just hit their body and you could utilize that armor damage more than you would with that headshot damage. Because remember, on an RPK, it already has iffy accuracy. And if you're trying to hit headshots before, well, now you have to add in unhinged, right? Because unhinged takes away stability and accuracy. So it's going to be even more jumpy. So I'd probably get rid of that headshot, go for armor damage, and then just optimize the rest. Card 45 with damage targets out of cover and Optimist. I mean, that's a pretty good pickup if you like pistols. For the knee pads, we have Bellstone Armory knee pads with armor, regen, and max hazard protection. I mean, again, this is a pretty strong pair of knee pads. Armor, regen, hazard builds are really good. Use that with a shotgun. You're good to go. I'd probably use a shotgun with a flatline and technician, and you'd just be able to, 2, 3 tap whoever with a all armor region hazard build. I mean, that sounds sick. What I would do here is just max out that core attribute and then optimize that armor region. Going down to the Resolute, our MK47, my bad, with damage targets at a cover and fast hands. I'm not a big fan of this rifle. Moving on. Military G36 with accuracy and preservation. No, thank you. Overlord Armaments Mask. We have weapon handling and armor region. Again, no thank you. Petrov knee pads with the same thing, handling and armor region. No thank you. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 9%, skill haste 10.7, pulse skill haste 5.1, and seeker mind healing 6.2. Now, must buys things to look at from the clan vendor. I would say the Future Initiative chess piece is a good one to pick up. The Hot Shot chess piece is another one to pick up. The Tip of the Spear gloves are good. You just have to re-roll that headshot damage for whatever it is you want. Make it God rolled. The Card 45 is a good one. The Bellstone Armory knee pads are good knee pads. I mean, there's quite a few good pickups here. But all right, that is it for the base of ops. Let's start heading west, and then we'll double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and welcome. I know I took the day off yesterday, and everyone's all freaking out. Where'd you go, man? I was waiting for the notifications, and they never came. They never came, man. They never came. All right, here we go. Campus settlement. Let's get it. Ooh, yo, that's a good one. Yo, okay. All right. Picaro's holster must buy right now. Pick it up. Okay. Now this one is crazy strong. This is stupid. You got to pick this one up. Pick up a few of them. If you didn't notice, I already bought one just for extra because I'm going to test out some other attributes. Meaning, check this out. You get the max weapon damage. The armor is at 152 out of 170. So that's going to be 2 optimizations like max, right? And then you have status effects. So you could recalibrate the status effects for what attribute you feel like for the day. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. Literally anything. Because if you use the Picaros with the ninja bike, you get a skill tier as well. So then you're basically getting 3 core attributes out of this one item. It's crazy strong, highly recommend, and it's universal. You can use it on most of your builds. Yeah, pick it up. Picaro's holster. Damn, that's a good one. Next, we have a tactical 308 with stability and breadbasket. Another RPK with crit hit damage and preservation. Followed by Grupo Mask with crit hit damage and armor region. That's good for a crit armor region build. That's not bad. You can even re-roll the weapon damage off for armor. That's a good one. And then we have Overlord Armaments holster with armor region and crit hit damage. Looking at the mods. Repair skills 15.8. Chem Launcher Burn Strength 6.5. Hive Duration 4.2. Pulse Radius 8.7. And trap duration of 4.3. Now, must buys things to look for at the campus. The Picaro's holster is a great one. The Grupo Mask is another good one for a crit region build. All right. So that is the campus. Now it's time to start making our rounds to the Dark Zone vendors. Now we're going to start over here in Dark Zone West. Oh, West! So, now, just a reminder, for all of these Dark Zone vendors, you need DZ resources. The only way to get DZ resources is actually within the Dark Zone. So just for an example, to look at your DZ resources, go to your inventory here, and then toggle over to resources. Now, just above your keys are going to be your Dark Zone resources. For example, right here, I am at 661 out of 999. So I have, some resources to buy a few things. But if not, I'm going to have to go back into the Dark Zone and get more resources. All right, now we are at Dark Zone West. Come on, big money. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice. Now we have the Virginian. Now this is another DZ exclusive item. So we have the Manic and we have the Virginian. Now the Virginian is the named rifle that a lot of people swear by. I mean, a lot. I have been told so many times to do a Virginian build, and I have been reluctant thus far. Reason being is it's a rifle. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm here. I'll pick one up and I'll try it, but I just can't get around it. I don't like using shields, and I like to run and gun. So run and gun usually consists of SMG, AR, LMG, maybe a shotgun. But I typically stay away from the long range items like the marksman rifles or the rifles because it's more of a sit back type of deal, or you're running around but then you're whipping out a shield type of deal. And I don't typically do that. I don't sit back, nor do I use shields, so it's kind of hard for me to think about using the Virginian. But again, if you want to, let me know in the comments if you want to see one. This one comes with damaged targets at a cover, so I could easily just max out this item and then make a build around it. You know what I mean? But I never have. So let me know your thoughts. And then just a reminder, the Virginian comes with perfect boomerang. Okay, next up we have the double barrel shotgun with health, damage, and steady handed. And then a SIG 716 with rate of fire and determined. Ooh, I'm gonna pick that one up and put determined in my recalibration library. All right, for the gear items, we have hardwired gloves with skill haste, hardwired knee pads with skill haste, Uzina gloves with weapon handling and health, and then finally, Y'all gear knee pads with health and weapon handling. Looking at the mods, we have burn resistance 8.3, Seeker Mine skill haste 4.8, shield health 4.2, Firefly speed 8.2, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look for: DZ West. I would say the Virginian right off the bat, and then the Y'all Gear knee pads. Now, the reason for the Y'all Gear knee pads is because if you break this one down, it'll give you a Y'all Gear token, and you can use, I believe it's 3 tokens to craft a Y'all Gear item from the crafting station. So if you have the Y'all Gear blueprints, but you're missing out on those, tokens or whatever you want to call them, you could pick up a few of these, dismantle them, and then you're able to craft whatever Y'all piece it is you want, whether it be mask, chest piece, holster, whatever. The wakes. But all right, that is it for Dark Zone West. Now let's make our way down south. We're going down south, boys. The deep south. Ooh-ha! Ooh. I miss Little Nicky. I wish they would do Little Nicky again. But maybe this time his brothers hit him in the face with the shovel the other way so that his face is normal again or something. I don't know. The whole talking out of the side of his mouth was it was something else. Anyways, DZ South, here we go. Big money, no whammies. Boom. Okay, and starting off with the strategic alignment. Now, this is the named China Light backpack with perfect shock and awe. Now, this one comes with double blues, which is abnormal, and you really don't want either one of those. I mean, so let's move on to the next one. Then we have a Vector SBR 9mm with health, damage, and preservation. This is my old favorite Vector. I would say old favorite because this Vector carries more ammo, right? You can get a really, really large magazine size with this Vector. However, the 45 ACP Vector gives you that linked laser pointer from the technician specialization. Therefore, you can use flatline on the 45 ACP. So, I mean, flatline versus, what could you use on this Vector? Like maybe Optimist or something? I don't know. Anyways, We have a ACR with damage targets out of cover and ignited. And then a custom PF45 with health damage and sledgehammer. Looking at the gear items, we have Eclipse Protocol backpack with skill damage. That's a good one. A hardwired chest piece with repair skills. Badger Tough backpack with weapon handling, crit chance, and galvanize. And then a Seska chest piece with crit chance, status effects, and headhunter. Looking at the mods, we have headshot damage 7.3, drone damage reduction 5.0, turret skill haste 5.9, and sticky bomb burn duration of 4%. Must buy things to look for at DZ South. I'd say no. Sorry. Nada. All right. Pit stop. We got to make our pit stop at the castle settlement before we go to DZ East. Let's run over here. Because I was not available yesterday, I have not done the manhunt yet, but I will be doing that today. So stay tuned, my friends. Stay tuned. All right. Not Wally. Right next to Wally. There we go. All right. Castle settlement. And booyah. Starting off with the Darkness. This is the named marksman rifle with perfect eyeless and comes with crit chance. Then we have a classic M44 carbine with crit hit damage and close and personal. And then finally a black market M60 with health damage and sledgehammer. Gear items, we have a Overlord mask with headshot and crit chance. I mean, not bad if you're not going to use the Fox's Prayer and E-pads. And then a Empress holster with skill damage and weapon handling. Well, remember, you can always roll off the weapon handling here for, like, say, status effects or skill haste, whatever it is to match up with that skill damage. So you could still utilize this. However, just note that you would have to optimize that skill damage quite a bit. And then looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, chem launcher radius 5.8, hive health 7.9, pulse cone size 6.3, and trap duration of 4.2. Yeah, there's really nothing I'm gonna. I mean, come on. Even talking about the Empress and trying to make it a must buy, nah, not really. I mean, if you need it for, don't go to the main entrance. I almost made that mistake. Go to the Alpha checkpoint. Oh man. All right, now the reason why you want to go to the Alpha checkpoint, you could hit this double reloading screen. Oop. Yo, we didn't hit the double reload. Let's go. But if you go to the main entrance, it would send you way out there, and then you'd have to run all the way down here. So we kind of just skipped that, didn't we? All right, here we go. DZ East, big money, big money, big money. The Darkness again? Okay. Oh, well, this one comes with armor damage. I mean, that's better than the other one. Okay. The Darkness, perfect eyeless, but this one with armor damage. Then we have a Tactical 308 with crit chance and sledgehammer, and then an MG5 with really high LMG damage, really stupid low damage targets out of cover, and then optimal range with Ranger. For the gear items, we have Negotiator's Dilemma mask with headshot, Ongoing Directive holster with crit chance, Overlord mask with crit chance and status effects, and then a Walker holster with headshot and skill haste. Looking at the mods, we have skill haste 10.2, chem launcher and snare health 13.1, hive +4 stinger charges, pulse cone size 6.3, and trap duration of 4.3. Must buys, things to look for, DZ East, I would say no. All right. And our last stop of Washington, D.C. is going to be the theater settlement. Whew, I hope we get something good. Come on, man. Usually we do. This guy usually brings the heat. Bring the heat! Or, yeah, what is it from? What is it? Oh my gosh, what was that movie reference? Bring the heat, meat! Name that movie in the comments. Bet you can't. All right, here we go. Theater settlement. Boom. Yo. Okay. 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 Hold on, Lil John. Okay. Yo, this is a good one. Must buy pickup right now. Contractor's gloves. These are best in slot for the armor damage, but this one also comes with headshot, which is nearly maxed out, and then that weapon damage, which doesn't matter. So what you could do is pick up two of these, right? Pick up two of these. One, max out the weapon damage, and then the second one, switch the weapon damage to a armor core. Okay, thank me later. Next up, we have a KSG shotgun with crit hit damage and close and personal. USC 45 ACP with armor damage and boomerang. And then for the gear items, we have Habsburg Guard gloves with headshot damage and armor regen. And then Bellstone Armory knee pads with max skill haste and crit hit damage. I was told people like this weapon right here. The USC 45 ACP. Let me know in the comments if you use this weapon. Because this one does come with a long underbarrel rail, just like the Vector 45 ACP. And I could use this one with flatline. Just let me know. Now, another thing to note, these Habsburg Guard gloves. The first brand set for Habsburg Guard is headshot damage, right? So you could put this on with a headshot armor regen build, and this could definitely help out. So let me keep that for later. Now let's look at the mods. Disorient Resistance 8.2, Seeker Mine +1 cluster, Shield Health 4.2, Firefly +1 max target, and Decoy Health of 6.0. Now, must buys from the campus, check out the Contractor's gloves, the USC 45 ACP, and the Habsburg Guard gloves. All right. And, I mean, that guy had some good stuff at his vendor, like I was just saying. He usually does. All right, now we are off to New York City, and then we will be done. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, support the channel. Come on, what are you waiting on? What do I gotta do? Are you not entertained? All right, so your last two vendors are going to be Marco right here, and then, what's that? Roy Benitez right outside. Okay, here we go. Marco. Starting with the Enhanced AUG. This one comes with health, damage, and ignited. Then we have a Surplus SVD with armor damage and spike. A SASG 12 with headshot damage and pumped up. And then a custom PF 45 with crit damage and flatline. Then for the gear items, we have a Providence backpack with leadership, weapon handling, and armor regen. Murakami gloves with skill damage and headshot damage. And then Hanayu mask with skill damage and health. Now looking at the mods, we have protection from elites 11%, skill haste 10.1, drone damage 4.3, firefly damage 5.8, and sticky bomb skill haste of 4.3. Now, must buy things to look for from Marco, I would say no. All right, so that leads us to our very last vendor. Here it is. All that time for this last vendor, Roy Bunny. Oh, yo, if you haven't, make sure you interact with the dog, pet the dog. Come on, just show some love. All right, we're all having fun playing this game. Show the damn dog some love, okay? All right, make sure there's food in his bowl, water there, his tail's wagging. You good, boy? You need a toy? If anyone messes with you, I'll kill him. All right, anyways, all right, here we go. Roy Benitez. Starting with the tactical UMP 45 with magazine size and unwavering. Then we have a MG5 with swap speed and frenzy, followed by a lightweight M4 with swap speed and perpetuation. And then a custom PF 45 with, again, swap speed. Yo, look at this. Magazine, swap, swap, swap. I mean, jeez. So the custom PF 45, swap speed, and killer. For the gear items, we have Overlord backpack with unstoppable force, headshot, and health. China Light gloves with repair skills and headshot. And then Sokolov Concern holster with health and explosive resistance. Ugh. Yo, those are the two worst attributes to put on anything. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 15.6, crit chance 4.4, turret duration 6.1, hive healing 4.0, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, from Roy Benitez, nah, not a. But that is it, everyone. We had a few good pickups, right? I mean, not bad at all. The Picaros and those contractors gloves. I mean, jeez, those are two must buys in my book. And that's not even mentioning the DZ exclusives. So let me know what you're picking up. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. I am Kamikazevondoom, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a good day. Peace out.